from the time I joined or teamed up with WYCOTAX. I had a lot of stress on me running the store, taking care of finances, marketing and whatnot, and bookkeeping, and was one thing that was really, I mean, it was taking most of my time. And from the time I joined WYCOTAX, that was just like such a relief on my end that I don't have to worry about those things. And also, like, not just taking care of bookkeeping, I would say that with Chris and his team, I got such a good support. Like any question regarding his business related, regarding its, helping any kind of assistance we need in terms of business, WYCOTAX is always there. And I mean, I'm really, really grateful of Chris and his entire team for supporting us from the time we joined them. And it's been a great help.
The more that we help you grow, everybody will grow.
Absolutely.
And main advocacy is putting you in the front line because your success is our business.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us on this week's webinar. We're gonna be, as always, be giving out some tips, how you can keep getting some money, some funds for you and your business, small businesses. This is a time when small businesses, mostly all of them will qualify because federal, state, and local counties, they wanna give out these funds to all of the small businesses. They wanna exhaust these funds to its totality in order to have everybody still the businesses open, whatever was here before the current pandemic, so we can be open and continue serving all of the clients, the whole community entirely. Now, as of today, there has been over billions of dollars that have been given out to small businesses, not only the federal, but also, like I said, the local community, the county, the city. All of these government want to give out these funds. There have been billions of dollars that have been given, but there is still some out there. If you have any questions on how your business can qualify for some more, or possibly even get the very first one, I encourage you, deeply encourage you to contact us so we can see what it is better for your business. We're gonna be talking about at least the year end. We're getting to the end of the year, November, just one more month. We're already in holiday season. One more month and it's already the end of the year. It is very important. It is just vital for your business to have all of the financial reports that are necessary for the year-end filings so your business can be up to date with all of these. Before I begin, let me read this disclaimer. This material has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for tax, legal, or accounting advice. Examples and other materials in this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied upon for technical answers. WYCOTAX is an outsourced tax payroll and bookkeeping company. WYCOTAX is not associated with any institutions in this presentation, and it's a private business providing resources for other small businesses. Today's agenda, it's going to be approximately 30 minutes. Of course, always a free PDF is available in our website, wycotax.com. You can get it, download it, have it for notes, for your files, so you can review it at any time that you want. And encourage you, just leave some comments here on the comment section if you have any questions as we go on with this webinar. Of course, we will contact you as soon as it is over so we can see how we can help you out, answer all of your questions, and what is the best route for your business to have some of these funds available. Now, going back to Miss Gloria, the sole owner of a restaurant, cooks delicious meals, breakfast. It is almost at the end of the year, November. Wow, it got here faster than we anticipated, really, right? Now, what are the things that she is going to need to always be ready when this time of the year comes? It is very important. Always keep this in mind. There is a lot of steps to always facilitate the process of the year-end reports. We're going to be going over those steps so you can have just have everything resolved for your business as quickly as possible. Now, tip number 7, always bills and invoices. It is important to look over your previous bills, your previous invoices. especially any clients that have not paid you. If you have already done your job, done the service, sold your goods, and those clients have yet to pay you in full, just very important to look back into all of those accounts, open invoices that have not been paid in full, and try to collect those payments. Why? Because you already did your work, you have provided the service, you have sold those goods. It is important to get the money that is owed to you. Why? It's going to be important whenever, so you don't lose money. That's the very first thing. Important that you don't lose some of that income that you have already generated. You just need to collect. Also, the second one, it's going to help you out whenever you do income tax report. So that is the main thing on these invoices, open invoices. Always look over them, look in your books, all of the open accounts, invoices, go ahead and reach out to those clients because I am sure that they're gonna wanna pay you in full, of course. Now, open any missing bills, unpaid bills that you have. Also very important that you also pay these bills in full, that you owe somebody, let's say either the rent, the utilities, any telephone bills. It's important that you catch up to them. Why? You don't wanna keep increasing all of these bills that remain unpaid. Why? Because if you keep on doing so, at the end, it's going to be very tough to climb over that big steep hill of unpaid bills that you owe. Also, the second thing is as long as you don't owe anything, the less that you owe, the better that a lender is going to look at you. It's going to want to at least have a better chance of your business getting some of these loans. So number 6, tip number 6, assets and expenses. What has your business spent on and what has your business, if there's any big purchases, they may qualify as assets. Assets, the difference between that and expenses is that the assets you buy for your company so your company can keep generating some money, some income, some revenue. It is important to know the difference between these two. Why? Because on income tax season, on your company's internal financial books, it is important to always separate these two. An expense and asset are two totally different things. An asset for income tax purposes, you can be getting deductions not just for the first year, the only year that you purchase it, but also for many more years, up to 5, 7 years that you can keep on getting the deductions for these assets. So it is just possible that you may have omitted some of these assets. Maybe you looked over them, you didn't catch them when you spend them, you haven't recorded them correctly. It is important that you go ahead and take a look back on your previous expenses and make sure that you go ahead and record these properly because there are some missing benefits that you won't be able to obtain, you won't be able to get a deduction for if you don't do the proper thing and record them properly. Now, number 5, reconciliation of accounts. This is the very fun but tedious responsibility of looking back into previous bank statements and making sure that everything that has happened, other than the transactions in your bank statement, are recorded properly in your business's books. It is important to double check, maybe even more, one more time, triple check it. Why? Because if there are anything that is missing, that is money that you may have missed as a deduction. That's money that should have been going back to you and your business, but because it was not reconciled, you missed it, there is money that is just lost. On average, the business does lose between $5,000 and $10,000 a year because they don't do this job, reconciliation. That is just going back, making sure that everything is correct. Anything that is missing, it is important that it is recorded. So when you do your yearly tax filing, your year-end internal books, everything that has happened in the business stays on the business books. Number 4, W-2s for employees. It is important to always have every employee that you have employed throughout the whole year, that you have their info always recorded, always saved, and ready to do this year-end W-2 reports. Why? Because there is always a timeline, actually a limit. There's a deadline. The first month has these, all W-2s have to be sent out to the employee and to the IRS. So if you don't want to be looking into some of these fines for not reporting on file, always have this data ready. If you don't have it now, I encourage you to get all this employee information today. Information as in and the personal information, their address, their name, everything is done correctly and reported, because it's gonna be needed. It's gonna be necessary to go ahead and complete this W-2 filing for all of the employees. Also, besides employees, there's also self-contractors, 1099s. This also has the same due date by the first of the month. The first of the month has actually the first month, I'm sorry, the first month of the year. All of these reports have to be also sent out not only to the vendor, but also to the IRS. It is important that you have their file. If they are missing a W-9, that is the main document that needs to be filled out by these vendors. It is important that you keep them for you and your business files, because they're also going to be necessary, these W-9s. On the other hand, employees, they need to fill out that W-4. Also, keep in mind the difference between these two. What is an employee and what is a vendor? There's an important laws on that protect every employee in the whole US. So it is important that you know the difference between two. Are you paying the worker, the employee correctly? Are you paying the vendor correctly? Important to look at these important laws of labor, because I don't want them to go ahead and come back and give you a big fine because you did not pay your employee or your vendor correctly. Number two, update your inventory before the holidays. Why? Because holidays, we all pretty much lose focus on the inventory. It is important, if you haven't done so, at least try to keep up with it once a month. It's going to facilitate, and you won't have to be looking at this troublesome task of the first time reconciling just at the end of the year, because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be missing. If you keep up with it, update it every month at least, you will be seeing at least that it is going to be a faster process of updating your inventories. It is common for sales peak during the holiday season, so keep your business ready. You want to get it ready to make all of the revenue as possible. So stock it up, know what you can and what you cannot sell, and always have it ready. Why? Because it's just going to be for the benefit of your business. Number one, always plan for the upcoming year. Take a look back, set up a meeting with your accountant, set up a meeting with us, WYCOTAX, so we can plan for the next year. We can go ahead and see those comparisons up to previous year. What has increased, what has decreased, where can you do better, what expense can you at least cut off, because it's just bringing your whole business, your whole net profit down. Set up a meeting. Why? So you can at least plan to succeed. If you don't plan to succeed, you're just planning to fail. It is important to have the next year. It's already going to be in 2 months. It's already next year. Have everything set up, the goals, the plan, execution, have all of that set up so your business is on the right path for 2021. I promise you, if you do this, you're going to be a lot better than it was on 2020. And that hopefully is the case for every one of you guys. Also, WYCOTAX, worry-free, year-round, competent, and always on time with 20 years of combined experience. You can always trust us, set up a course, free consultation with us so we can see how it is that your business is going to benefit for the next year, 2021. Also, don't forget that WYCOTAX is a certified acceptance agent of the IRS. We have been gotten this acceptance agent license to facilitate the process of all of our clients, business clients, individuals. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We will go ahead and gladly help you and your business out the most as possible. Also, the SBA Business of the Year humbly received this award. Why? Because we have been giving back to the community with free consultations, free webinars, always, and always giving back to the most as we can, giving the most back to client, not only during income tax season, but throughout the whole year. So always set up a meeting. We are open all year round, 360 plus days a year. So always we'll be happy to set up a meeting with you, see how your business is, how you can go ahead and plan to succeed for next year. And don't forget, right now we have a 20% off income tax filing just by doing your year-end bookkeeping here with us. So we can go ahead and see all of the ways that you can get the most back, plus get a discount on your 2020 income tax filing. So very important. If you want to go ahead and save some money, get those deductions that your business has already incurred and save for next year's filing season, go ahead and just contact us. We will be happy to assist you, help your business out, get it ready for next year, help out, and also set up your year-end bookkeeping. So instead of looking like the paper on the right, it is always organized, easy for you, the business owners, to read and know where your business is standing. Thank you, everybody that has been in this webinar as well as previous ones. Always remember that our previous webinars are always going to be available and free to watch in our YouTube channel, and hope that everybody has a great rest of the day, a whole great rest of the week, and see you next time. Bye-bye.